Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon, artist and spiritualist. I come to discuss the very essential, phenomenal energy that has been the transformation that is happening this week. It is very monumental. It will be felt differently for those who are applied, initiated, than those who are completely indifferent to spirituality or cosmic energy. But for us, for all of those who have been working towards their ascension, the ascension of their consciousness, we're going to feel a great deal of new energy. But this energy has to be kept secret. We have to be discreet about it. It is very important that we allow the maturity of this energy to come in before we share it on social media or anything like that. So I'm going to discuss a little bit some this idea, and also the idea of the sacred and the secret. The secret and the secret of the spiritual ascension path, as well as different ideas that I thought would be interesting to address. For me, thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and do not to forget to subscribe. And I thank you so very much for your donations. It's like sometimes I feel I'm like completely like, oh, what am I gonna do? There is a little donation that comes in that allows me to go through the day. So it's kind of nice. I do feel there is a financial liberation that is right around the corner. So thank you so very much. If you want a private session consultation, you can send me an email. You can do tarot reading or something like that. And so for me, I have to be in a constant state of appreciation and gratitude for the freedom that I see is coming. There is so much freedom and so much joy and creativity in what God has prepared for me, that I have to be always in gratitude and appreciation. It has to be constant. Yet I also have to be in constant acceptations of my ability to stay well while I wait under stressful and limited, very stressful and limited condition. So it's like it's very challenging. So but since I in my consciousness, my soul is already liberated, and for my higher self, it is already done. It's just for me. It's still like show me the money kind of thing, like Jerry Maguire. So there is a paradox that is happening. We realize we know we have this great minister from the spirit realm, the I Am presence, which is a prepersonal spirit from paradise, a fragment of the universal Father that indwells our mind, and that is the supreme, ultimate, and absolute minister to human consciousness, supreme for the most part. But this I Am presence is an individual, prepersonal spirit. It is completely invisible even to the spirit realms. Yes, they know they exist. They register when they come into the universe. But they're completely invisible. They don't have form. They don't have visible form even in the spirit realm. So they're very, very high spirits, and they are individualized spirits. They indwell the mind of all beings, all human beings, save those who are completely incapable of making moral discernment, any moral consciousness. Spirit will not waste its time. But I've never met somebody that didn't have this I Am presence. And when you stand in a crowd of people you do not know, and you tune into your divinity inside, you will, the I Am presence within the beings around you might or may or will send you personal messages. So you'll see that in reality they live in one unified reality. There is only one I Am presence, yet there are individualized spirits. There are individualized spirits that guides, that minister to us. And so I'm really eager to fuse completely all my beings within my I Am presence. It is a passport to paradise that we've been given here, and if we don't complete the fusion during this lifetime, we might just do that in the afterlife. So there is no rush, and I Am presence is really all-knowing of all our thoughts, or everything that we've ever experienced in this lifetime, as well as all the consciousness of all the other beings, that all they have experienced, as well as all that is going on inside and outside in the physical world, as well as all that is going on in the spirit realm. So they are mighty beings. They shouldn't be worshipped. We don't worship ourselves. We worship the primal creator always. But there is so much love and wisdom and consciousness that they possess. That everyone in the spirit realms are always in awe of their ministering. So they're very and they're working with our guardian angels. They never communicate with the guardian angel, never, but they always synchronize. It's kind of interesting. It's something that the spirit could observe, but it's kind of mystery to them how they always synchronize, yet they never communicate. For our inner minister, the I am presence is ministering everything that goes on within our mind, and the guardian angel minister all the relationship in relationship to all other spirits, earthly or otherwise. And so I wanted to discuss a little bit, to remember, to remind yourself to call on your I am presence and to be grateful for his ministry, because that's really what we want. When we are tuned to our I am presence, everything else disappears. It's like all the illusions vanish. So I'm watching a lot of. I have a lot of time on my hand because I'm not working so much right now. So I'm watching a little bit of science fictions movie, and I love them. Those sci-fi movie, the Marvels and so on, or whatever sci-fi movie. But a lot of them are atheists. They haven't come to realize that as time passes and civilization advances, people become aware that there is only one God and that is the true power. So I think it might be interesting in the future to present entertainment of science fiction, that of civilization, that are aware of the more truthful, less fiction, and a little bit more truthful in relationship to galactic consciousness. Personally, right now, I have to deal with a relationship with someone that's wonderful and new relationship, but it's somebody that's completely an atheist, like in 3D. She doesn't care anything about spirituality, but God has sent her to me so that I can assist her, and I'm really enjoying this connection, this communication. So I'll see where it goes. So I'm repeating to myself, and please repeat to yourself, feel it as much as possible. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You have to feel happy, you have to feel wealthy, you have to feel healthy, and you want to feel wise. All of that needs to be integrated within our new consciousness that is coming to us. For this new Stargate activation is underway. It is happening, and it will be on the apex on the 8th, but it's going to be anchored it's going to be nailed down with this full moon on the 9th, and then it's going to continue to be anchored. But it is very important not to get too excited, too overexcited when you receive new energies, new information. Not to share it with the wrong people, not to share it in the world, not to share it on social media, because there may be people from your past that may be looking to sabotage your activation, and it's going to be a lot of clarity in relationship to that. But it is important to certain things to keep secret in order to make them strong, to let them unfold, to let the process complete itself before you exposing it to the world. You expose yourself to the world. For it's like sometimes I've shared a lot of things on this channel, and I know sometimes I overshared certain information I shouldn't have. But there's a lot of things I know that wisdom has told me not to share publicly until it is fully manifested. Then it will happen. It's like when you keep something secret. If you want something secret, you don't talk to anybody about it. Don't expect. If you share a secret, it will find its way to other people, which is no big deal. But you don't put it online. You don't put it in your computer. You even just keep it to yourself and make it strong. And sometimes even for project, it's like it's better to keep it tight, so that it can mature without interference, because there is all kinds of people that are still unenlightened and will try to put sticks in your wheels, or will try to sabotage you. There is all kinds of parasites still in the world, physical and energetic, but they need to be cut out from our life, and clarity will come about burdens, blockages, and negative peoples. For just follow your feeling sides. When you have a very tight energy in your stomach, then that means, or your belly, it's like something is wrong. When you feel good and your heart is opening, you know something is right. So the downloads are coming, are very pure. So just treat them with a lot of love and respect, and receive them. They are divinely calibrated for you. So you need to keep them sacred and let them mature inside of you before you actually present that into the world. For it's because when we share, because we know we have to share our light in order to receive more, but it's important to calibrate it and to know who we are talking to. And because even if we have good intention, if we put the powerful information in the hand of the wrong person, it will be detrimental and lower the frequency of all the group. If you have any dark element within a group and you're sharing an information, this will lower the energy. So it's not a judgment; it is just a discernment, and. And give priority to the experience that you're receiving and the activation and the anchorage rather than the public revelation or the need to get validation on the outside. Certain things, some people are not ready to hear certain things, so just allow yourself to mature with this. For there was many secrets in the mystery schools, whether it's in the West, in the East. Deep spiritual knowledge was not given to anyone. It had to be initiated first. The master was waiting to see that the student was relatively free from karma before he could actually give him a technique or a tool or an information, because otherwise it would be like just throwing precious stones in the river. It's like people will take that and they won't practice it, or they won't do it right, or they won't do it at all, and you will hurt the whole process because it will be like wasting something precious. So, but right now we're living in a time where there's a universal heart that is coming, so all those tools need to be available to everyone, regardless of their karma or their level of consciousness. So not to be too afraid about that, but still I recommend you learn to keep secret and the sacred energies that are coming to you. Because there is inner storms and outer storms that are happening in order to recalibrate our reality. Everything is carefully planned. Although it doesn't always feel like that, and traversing certain moments of adversity can feel very unpleasant, but it's all part of the process of deconstruction so that we can awaken into this new reality. So it is important to find your peace and your inner calm to manifest things, because we can manifest things in the chaos and the agitation, but it won't be the same thing. So just it took me a while to de-agitate myself, to find this inner peace that I can always return to in a short time. Of course, life could just throw me a curveball, and could kick me out of the game. Of course, it's like, we don't want to be arrogant. We want to stay humble, of course. But be as peace and calm as possible. And I wanted to discuss the idea that it's always good to invoke, to think about calling on God. When you talk to God, when you think about God, you invoke the presence of God. Just turn your thoughts through your intention to the first source and center, the prime creator, the one that is the whole. There's only one true God, but there's many aspects of divinity. For a very long time, I was giving my priority to the primordial gods, the universal Father, the eternal Son, and the infinite spirits of paradise. But I still do, and it's because it's my origin, and so I feel like compelled to connect to them. But I find it now more practical, and I enjoy so much to connect to the Father and Mother God of our universe, and the One, Adonai, or Allah, or Brahma, the One that is all, the Supreme Being, which are the gods of time and space, and they're really the hands-on the evolution process. So it's important to keep an open telepathic contact. Yet the I Am presence is our own personal God that synchronize and harmonize all of that. Understanding divinity is always one. There is no opposition in the higher forms of consciousness. It's only one. So it's like no matter which aspect you go into, you will find the one. Divinity do not contradict themselves. It's only on the lower planes that there is contradiction and opposition. So I Am presence is really the coordinator of that. So we have holes in our life, holes in our soul, and sometimes we meet someone who realize like the separation from that person is like we feel a hole until this person can feel that hole. It's like in the banquet when what was it? It was Sophocles who was talking about human beings were whole, but the gods were afraid of that, so they cut them in half. And since then, they've been trying to find the other half. So we do have that desire, that longing to come together with the other, the complement of our soul, soul twin, soul mate, soul flame, twin flame, as well as in our life. Sometimes there is holes in our life that we need to fill, repair. As soon as the opportunity comes, it is good to bring things in balance and to resolve all the tension and situation that come from the past, so we can be totally serene and free. Sometimes it's hard to face all the energies of the ascension and follow the guidance, but not follow it. It's still better than not ignoring the voice of the heart, or losing the connection to our guidance and higher self. It's even worse. So no matter how difficult it is still the one and only way. And the way to ascension is a narrow path that is, we have to, like climbing a mountain. It's not the easy way, but it's like once we awaken, we have no choice. We follow the call of the heart, and we allow ourselves to continue to accept our awakening process. Well, my friends, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull a few cards. I'm going to show some paintings. If you're interested by some paintings, just do not hesitate to get in touch with me. They're not signed, but I finished those little paintings on paper. It's like I'm working on some canvases as well. I'm going to show a few. They're pretty dynamic. They're a bit like a musical, they're like classical music a little bit. I feel like sometimes when I see those paintings. And this one, it's more on the red. Funny, there's an animal here that's coming out of it. There's all kinds of discovery in those paintings. And the canvas I've been doing, I started 4 canvases, but like this one is the only one that is ready. It might look a little dark, but it's I like it. It's with good lighting. There's really a lot to discover within, like those micro world and things. I like it. I like this one. Those are abstract series. This one maybe finished, maybe not. I think I'm still gonna be a little bit of light. Still need a light touch over it. Maybe not. Maybe it's finished. There's all kinds of little. No, maybe I shouldn't touch it. Maybe it was good. I could come to clarity about this. Maybe I'll just leave it, because sometimes like the paintings, like we don't see it right away, and so a tendency to overdo it. But if we leave it alone, so certain paintings or sculpture take a long time to sit, and then when we sit, we see it. It was Alberto Giacometti, a great sculptor and painter, was saying you have to look at a sculpture until you see it. And it's a bit of the same thing. Some paintings, it's like sometimes it takes a while to discover it, to see it. The card of the day is trust. So really, it's all about trust. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust God, trust life. You are one with life, and you're the creator of it, more and more, the co-creator. So we're going to be moving into that manifestation of the dreams. The higher wisdom is the dreams. Continue to express your dream, to continue to dream, to expand your vision, to expand. Be bold. It's the same thing to God. To big dreams or small dreams can be realized just as easily for God. Yeah, the big dreams take a little bit longer, but and allow yourself to be guided along the process, but continue to expand. What you need to understand is unity. Continue to understand the principle of unity. All start from within. What needs to be done is to hold the globe of creation, to become creator, because we haven't held that globe of creation in our hands since the time of Atlantis. All those past lives we had through known history, we were not fully in our power, but now we're getting back to this power. It's going to be quite amazing, and the outcome will be optimism. We're going to find a great deal of optimism as a result of this transformation during this portal. Well, my friends, I thank you very much. I hope this message was interesting. I thank you for liking. Not to forget to subscribe, for sharing and commenting, as well as for your donations. If you're interested about art, or if you need a private consultation or a tarot reading, do not hesitate to let me know. Thank you. Namaste.